I really love Arrow, and there are so many episodes that I have really enjoyed. I had so much to say that I decided to make this list into 2 videos. Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Ramakrishnan. Thanks for coming along to see part 2 of my favorite Arrow episodes. So obviously there is a first video, and you guys can go check that out in the link in the description. This is my top 5 episodes, if you will, and I'll throw some honorable mentions somewhere in there as well. So enjoy the video.
It's a hell of a legacy. Not just a city of heroes. World of heroes.
Arrow has been one of my favorite shows around, and when it came time to see the finale, I wanted it to be a great episode. And fortunately, they delivered. Season 8, Episode 10, Fade Out, is a series best. I think they really did give it a great sense of finality and wrapped up a lot of things well.
Oliver brought heroes into the world. He inspired heroes. He inspired all of us here. I was his brother. And Oliver Queen was mine.
So many characters have been a part of Oliver's life, and he's had effect on so many. It is very emotional, and everybody has something to say. The episode does Diggle great justice, and he's one of my favorite characters in the Arrowverse, so I like that. And of course, I'm beyond hyped to see him be Green Lantern, which we finally got that proper tease for. I thought that it was a very nice series finale, a very well done send-off to both Green Arrow and Oliver Queen, as well as just to the stories and everything that have happened over the last 8 seasons, and it will really definitely leave a very big impact on me when I look back at not only Arrow, but also just my favorite TV shows.
Oliver Queen wasn't just a hero. He was a good man. He was an honorable person. The fact that he didn't start out that way makes him, in my book, even more honorable. He stands as a reminder to all of us that anyone can change. So will this.
Next up, we have one of the best episodes of Season 5, one that really represents how good that season was and how great of a villain Adrian Chase is. This is Capiushon, Season 5, Episode 17.
Did you hesitate at all when you killed him? Or was he just another name you crossed off your list?
If you kill me, you'll only really be killing yourself.
4, 3, 2, 1.
As we got closer and closer to the finale of this epic season of Arrow, Adrian continued to try and break Oliver. He was always several steps ahead of him. Adrian took advantage of psychological warfare, basically. Capiushon is both one of the defining episodes of Adrian Chase and Prometheus as arguably the show's greatest villain, and a depiction of some of the best flashbacks, even this late into the show.
You killed because you like it.
That's not true. Anatoly, I hate it. And I think maybe you've had a bit too much to drink.
Well, that is entirely possible. But in this case, I am right. This deal you sold yourself on, that this hood is going to keep this monster of yours at bay, someday it's going to fall apart. And when it does, you're not going to like the man you see underneath.
This episode shows Adrian finally breaking Oliver. He is kidnapped and basically made Oliver admit to liking killing, something that Oliver's definitely haunted by. Stephen Amell's acting is raw and emotional here. He really makes us believe that Oliver is damaged by all of his violence and the actual pleasure from killing people on his list. It is a very powerful character study, an intense episode relying on the past really catching up and haunting Oliver, and Adrian being a true force to be reckoned with. Overall, just one of the best episodes in all of Arrow.
You don't kill because you have to, so why? Why do you do it? Because I wanted to. What? I wanted to.
I wanted to! And I liked it!
So before I get to my top 3, the episodes that I truly love more than anything else out of Arrow, I'm going to give you guys a few honorable mentions. Just going to show you them because I wanted to make sure that they get some acknowledgement here because they're also awesome episodes. So here are 5 honorable mentions.
Close Close your eyes, baby.
No!
You possess true courage. I'm truly sorry. You did not pass that on to your son. I'm just thinning the herd. So am I. Did you hesitate at all when you killed him? Or was he just another name you crossed off your list? If you want revenge, I'm right here. This is about so much more than revenge.
Your father took the coward's way out. And all these years you told yourself it was brave. But he was a coward, just like you. Slow. Pathetic. Pathetic.
Who the hell are you?
Goodbye, old friend.
Oh my God. Dad. William? Hey. Mia. Mia.
Dad. Well, you're so young.
Dad? What is this? How did they get here?
I don't know.
Whether it is the events that help shape Oliver or haunt him, Slade on the come up to be the main villain, or Grant Gustin making Barry Allen so great before The Flash even began, Three Ghosts is one of my favorite episodes of all of Arrow.
10 seconds.
You freaking psychopath!
History will make that judgment. 5 seconds. Time's up.
What are you? No!
I guess you made your choice.
This is Season 2's mid-season finale, and it established the most important flashback story in how Oliver let Shadow die. This is so crucial to the season. Slade was furious after that happened, and he wanted revenge, as we see more and more throughout this season. This episode has effective and very important flashbacks. It showed us how Mirakuru could affect Slade. We also saw the three ghosts as Oliver is visited by three important characters that really affect him. This was a very interesting concept, and it really helped Oliver look at himself. Shadow makes him question his choices. Slade makes him feel like a villain. And Tommy makes him remember that he is a hero. There's a lot of emotion behind Oliver's revelations here and his questioning of himself and the decisions that he has made.
You didn't let me die, Ollie. You fought to save me. Because that's what you do. What you have always done. You fight to survive. I know I called you a murderer, but you are not. You are a hero. You beat the island. You beat my father. So fight, Oliver. Get up and fight back.
It is a very heavy episode with so many things happening, including Barry literally getting struck by lightning when the particle accelerator gets blown up. And like I previously mentioned, I really like Barry, and his dynamics with Felicity in particular are pretty good up to this point. I was very happy to see him get his own show after these episodes. Three Ghosts is ultimately just a very well-made episode. It has a lot going on, and there's a lot of relevance to the stories that season 2 is focused on. It really plays a big role in Oliver's character development and also Slade Wilson. So I think that season 2, episode 9, Three Ghosts is easily one of the best that the show has produced.
You and me, kid. Like old times.
Most people look back on the season finale of season 5, calling it their favorite, or easily placing it on their list. And season 5, episode 23, Lian Yu, deserves it because it is objectively brilliant. Arrow's 5th season was a return to excellence, having an impressive build-up to this moment. Bringing Oliver and everyone around him to Lian Yu made perfect sense for this episode. Adrian's mission was all about making Oliver regret his past, face his demons, and lose everything he loved, much like a lot of other villains, but I think that Adrian really did it so well. Returning to the island with Slade of all people, and of course many others, made for a pretty fun gathering of heroes, but also it just made the stakes so much higher. People like William and his mother should never have been there in the first place, but Adrian knew exactly how to get to Oliver, and he really wanted to scare him and really damage him.
Do it, Oliver, and show everyone, show yourself who you really are. No!
That's who I was.
That's who I was before.
It's not who I am now.
It was incredibly intense as things just went wrong all the time on Lian Yu, and the stakes just kept getting higher. Oliver really just wanted to end his greatest threat, but also he knew that he really shouldn't kill him, because that was kind of what the season was about. Oliver dealing with the fact that he has killed so much. The finale was epic on all levels. Oliver staring down his young son being held captive by Adrian with a gun in hand was so scary. But the fact that it was a suicide bomb setup, one that would literally blow the entire island up if Adrian was to die, made it straight up terrifying.
You won. Your son has his father back. And he learned exactly who his father was. Just like you learned who your father was right here. On these very same waters. What? William's younger than you were, so he's gonna be fine, you know. And you have each other.
What are you saying?
Which is good. Oliver, that's good. Because it's gonna be lonely. Without Mom and Felicity.
No, Adrian!
Lian Yu ended with explosions everywhere on the island, and I remember how crazy it was having to wait. We'd wait a whole month or so just to see what it all meant, just to see if anybody had died or made it out of this island alive, even if the death count was oddly low leaving season 5. That ending, that episode Lian Yu, was epic, and it conveys so many things that few episodes ever could of Arrow, making it almost the best episode in my opinion.
Oh my God, you're Shawshanking out of here.
I was very much so back and forth when writing this list as I got to the top 2. I knew that Lian Yu and the Slabside Redemption were going to be there. Deciding which one was better in my opinion was super hard. In the end though, I rarely ever stopped thinking about the entire prison arc from Arrow's 7th season, specifically the final episode of it, the Slabside Redemption. First of all, if you enjoy the action of Arrow, this is probably the best episode in all of the show to watch. The shots, editing, and choreography made it one of the most intense, action-packed episodes of the show that I've ever watched. Ricardo Diaz was decent in season 6, but I found him to be a lot more scarier in season 7. Diaz's continuing presence in the lives of Oliver's friends and family was one thing, but when he broke into Slabside in this episode, things got crazy. He literally took control of the prison.
Stand up! These guards, they imprisoned you. They disrespected you. They tortured you. Y'all want to make them pay? Y'all want to make them pay? Make them pay!
He got the entire prison in a riot. Not just a bunch of inmates fighting, but literally everybody in Slabside. The death toll was huge. All of this was to finally end Oliver. Diaz really wanted to kill him after he basically thinks that he had ruined the rest of his life. We saw the recurring characters of season 7's first half really shine in this episode too. Stanley particularly showed how much of a psychopath he actually was.
Well, the only way out of this place is through the morgue. But you don't have to be dead.
Actually, I think you do. You shouldn't have been so mean to me.
Bronze Tiger, or Turner, had a very major turnaround. He also would return later on as a bit of a hero. Turner helped out Oliver and really had a redemption here. And Oliver's final fight with Diaz in his own prison cell was a fitting ending for the two of them. And it seemed like Diaz was dead. So if Oliver killed Diaz, that would be an action like many of Oliver's past actions that he was reminded of in Slabside. I think that everything from the way it is shot and edited and the high stakes and the crazy intense action make it such a strong episode to easily stand out above another 169. Season 7, episode 7 will go down as my favorite thing to ever happen in all of Arrow.
You just don't know when to quit, do you?
Guess what you and Felicity have in common, huh?
Don't you say her name. Felicity.
You know, she tried to kill me. She put a gun right to my face. She was about to pull the trigger.
I don't believe you. That's not her.
It is now. That's what you made her.
Alright guys, that is it. That is my video of my favorite episodes of Arrow, a show that I've been a fan of for quite some time. I really have loved it. I'm really gonna miss it. Of course, you already know I'm gonna ask you to leave me your thoughts in the comments below because I would like to hear your opinions. I wanna know if you guys have any of the same favorite episodes. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your time here. Maybe consider subscribing if you wanna see some more. So thanks again, guys. I'll see you all in the next video.